Our affirmation today is I live each moment with my purposeful intention as my guide. How many of you have ever had a goal or a project? Along the way, did you find the secret to how to get it done really fast and quick and have all your needs met? See, we had the goals, but no secrets. That's the thing I wanted to talk about today is one of the secrets is there is no secret. There is no secret. The best technique is to forget about finding a technique and just roll up your sleeves and do the work. And that's something that we have to do in many phases of life, not only with a project, a goal, saving to buy a house, buy a car, or whatever it is that you're working towards. There's also our personal fulfillment goals, things about us creating ourselves as the perfect truth students. Our question today is, what do I desire? And this you may want to take home and throughout the week, think about that. And when you think about the things that you desire, think about your purposeful intention and how you're going to get from where you are to what you desire. And you're going to do it with your purposeful intention and realize also that there's no secret to getting it done quickly. We've just got to roll up our sleeves and do the work. I think somebody was mentioning a little earlier today in the kitchen the challenge that it is to hear from week to week all of these things that we learn and then go back home and put them into practical use. Because it's one thing to sit here and have me say, well, all you have to do is think happy and put a smile on your face and happiness is going to be all around you. We know that that's not quite the truth. It takes a little more work than that. Those are good steps. That's a good start. But certainly it takes a lot of work and a lot of turmoil. It doesn't come easily all the time. And when we're thinking of this, and we are sort of fighting the complexities along the way of how to achieve what it is that we're trying to achieve, a lot of times we do make that mistake. We try to find the quick way, the easy solution. And the reality is, there's not always an easy solution. Sometimes rather than resenting this long, difficult pathway, it's good to look at the pathway and saying, that's a reliable means to the end. So rather than being so upset along the way about what you have to give up to save for your house or the challenges that you have to go through maybe to spend time with family or in-laws, rather than looking at those as something to resent along the way, look at those as the stones to your success and be grateful that this pathway, that there is a reliable pathway to the conclusion that you're seeking. And then along the way, of course, always have good, high confidence in yourself. I was reading a quote the other day. It said that you need to think highly of yourself because the world takes you at your own estimate. So if you don't think highly of yourself, if you don't project that when you're interacting with other people, then their estimate of you is going to be what you're portraying. So always think highly of yourself. Use that definitely as a tool to walk down this pathway and get to that final goal that you're looking for. Because we've certainly discussed this before, everybody's going to have challenges in life. We all have challenges. No matter how young or old we are, there's always going to be some challenge, and we're going to need to be able to figure out how to walk through it. And the unfortunate thing is there's not always a quick, easy answer. There's no secret to getting around these challenges other than just to roll up your sleeves and walk through it and get it done. Kind of like, cleaning out the garage once a year. You can think that there's a secret to it. Just call the dump truck to come and take everything away, but that doesn't always work because the person out there is going to say, well, you sure you want to get rid of this? Well, look at this. You're going to have to be involved in the process anyways. So you need to roll up your sleeves, pull everything out, organize it, separate it, throw out the things you don't want, give away the things that somebody else can use, and sort of reorganize your things. You've got to do the work. As painful as it sometimes seems, there's no quick and easy secret answer. However, like I said, if we look at these steps along the way as the guaranteed pathway to our end result, we'll have less resentment about these things. We won't resent so much, all these boxes that Uncle Edward left in your garage or, your cousin Timmy or whatever that have become your challenge. Rather than looking at them as resentment, see that once I get through that box, I'm going to be so much closer to getting my garage cleaned out. And that can relate to emotional things in our own garage, in our minds, certainly projects at work. I think we all have these different challenges in our work life and other parts of our home life that we just wish there was a quick and easy answer to. We don't always want to roll up our sleeves and do the work. And we hear that a lot from psychotherapists. The thing about that is you've got to do the work. You don't just get to go and sit on the couch for an hour and suddenly become healed and wonderful. You've got to do the work. You've got to go through the process of the pain sometimes also of eliminating whatever it is that's upset you or whatever's holding you back. You've got to do the work. Talking about making the achievement meaningful. So when you do get to your desired goal, the achievement is so much more meaningful to you, knowing that you've gone through these steps. And the way to make it yours is to live it in the moment by moment. Take this path as you go. Live and act not from a static recipe, but from the dynamic, ever-growing power of your authentic intention. And it's our purposeful intention that take us down that challenging road. So the secret is, there is no secret. And that is one of the best techniques to overcome these challenges, is to realize that putting it off, waiting for that secret answer or that special little secret side door to get you to the end of the path quicker, it isn't there. And you can spend more time frustrating yourself trying to find that than just rolling up your sleeves, getting to your project, and getting it done. So the reality is, in life, we're always going to have challenges. They're sort of unavoidable, but the good news is that we know that we have the tools within us to overcome. We know that if we roll up our sleeves, we get to the work, it's going to be taken care of. Don't focus on the path with a lot of resentment, but with the gratitude to know that that's a guaranteed means to the end. That path is going to take you right where you need to get. If you have a desire, that's point Z, you're at point A. Everybody's got to walk that road to get their desires fulfilled. But they can be, and everything can be yours. And that is, of course, the good news of our fellowship. We know that through our positive thinking and through our New Thought teachings. What we desire is always within our reach. It's not a quick and easy thing all the time. It's not something that we have a secret door to obtain, but it is something that we can obtain. And with our purposeful intention, our desires can all be fulfilled. So remember that this week as you're going through the week, when you're thinking of your desires, or if you have a challenge that lies ahead of you that you have sort of been putting off because you're thinking there must be a quicker, easier way to do this, it may be time to sit down and say, there is no quicker, easier way. I need to roll up my sleeves, I need to do the hard work and get to my end goal and get done what I need to be done.